Hello everybody, welcome to our commentary on The Terminator. I'm Kirk, and I'm joined by my good pal, Samuel Gavin.
Hello. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you for being here, and we're going to watch the 1984 film, The Terminator, the original Terminator film, which we're both a big fan of. And afterwards we're going to jump straight into the most recent Terminator film, Terminator Genisys, and we'll see how they compare to each other, I guess. Say what you will about modern James Cameron. He did all the storyboards for this. Like, this was clearly like a passion project for him to finally get made, and he hadn't had a lot of success at all as a director prior to this, so...
Apparently he dreamt up the inception for this film when he was directing Piranha 2: The Spawning. I think the story is that he was in Mexico or Colombia or somewhere, and he came down with a high fever, and he had a nightmare of seeing a robot engulfed in flames, and that image does indeed wind up in the finished film, which is really cool.
Yeah. Did he get fired from that movie as well?
I think he did halfway through, yeah. Can we just have a word for Brad Fiddel's amazing score?
Yeah.
So simple, and it's iconic. I mean, it's so memorable, and just the thing I love the most about this one over the other ones is just like how gritty and analog it feels.
Nice night for a walk, eh?
Bill Paxton here.
Your clothes. Give them to me, now. Fuck you, asshole!
We should point out Kyle Reese stole the pants off a homeless man.
Of a homeless man.
And he's going to be wearing those pants for the rest of the movie.
There's so much great cinematography in this. The thing I like about this is I prefer the darker colour palette than in the direction that Terminator 2 goes, which it eventually adopts that sort of teal and orange kind of cinematography.
Yeah.
Which works for Terminator 2. I don't want to make it sound like I'm... The thing I like about Terminator 1 is that it's so different from Terminator 2, which is kind of the popular choice in terms of, people's favourite. Probably warning people now, I am going to say some trivia that is probably already said in the Red Letter Media commentary. I would have said it even if I'd never heard that commentary, because stuff like this, which is just, they couldn't get a permit to shoot on this bit, so they literally just filmed it while a police car was around the corner. They were like, quick, Arnold, out you go. Punch the window.
That's great.
Like, that is how low budget this film is.
Okay, who gets the burly bean?
This kid is a bit of a dick.
Yeah, a little brat, yeah.
Looking at the camera. Little shit.
Oh, he did! Just again, God.
What do you... A lot of people have comments about Linda Hamilton's hair in this movie.
It's very of its time, isn't it?
It's of its time.
Phased plasma rifle in a 40-watt range. Hey, just what you see, pal.
The Uzi 9mm.
What this has that the other films don't is the complete contrast of the Protector and the Terminator.
Yeah.
In that the Protector is a human being, which I actually think is more interesting.
Yeah. Like, he has the line later of, I would die for John Connor. He has that 100% devotion to the cause.
Yes.
In the same way that the Terminator does in the second one, but he's programmed that way.
Yeah.
I think it's a really interesting contrast between the two.
He has to be a soldier, so he has to try and not be too emotionally connected to this stuff, but his emotional connection is what keeps him human. The themes are great.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was a great death.
The scale of this film, for the budget...
It's incredible.
The editing's precise, the compositions, the compositing rather, that they do with the integration of miniatures and background plates. I mean, it's phenomenally done.
It really is.
First, I'm gonna rip the buttons off your blouse one by one, and then run my tongue down your neck to your bare, gleaming breasts, and then slowly.
I do like this scene. So there's one timeline, which is Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Terminator 3, Terminator Salvation. Then we have another timeline, which is Terminator 1, Terminator 2, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Then there's another, which is Terminator 1 a little bit, and Terminator Genisys. And now there's Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Terminator Dark Fate. So we now have 4 different Terminator timelines, main timelines. I mean, that's not even considering what they might have done in books and comics and things like that.
Yes, I know that he fought RoboCop at one point. Apparently, James Cameron wanted this club to be named Tech Noir because they started coining the term for what the genre of movie it was.
Great music in this.
I love the music playing.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Burning in the Third Degree, which is the next song that they play, is a favorite of mine. So. You got me burning. Yeah. This whole scene, this is my favorite scene in the movie.
This entire bit is beautifully done.
Yeah.
God, her hair is huge.
Oh, look at that. That's great.
Yep,
I love it.
in the slow motion.
Yeah.
This is terrific.
Mm-hmm.
The the soldier and the Guardian and the Terminator, you know, finding her.
At the exact same
Carl
moment.
Reese whipping out his fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
How did he get past security with that?
Well, a little bit more lax than 84. I even love how like, she falls out of her chair, so you don't even know at first if she got shot or anything.
Come with me if you want to live.
Michael Biehn. So his whole performance in this, like, he's so desperate to make her understand, but he doesn't have time to, you know, coddle her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a soldier with a mission,
Yeah.
but he still respects her.
Yeah.
It's incredibly intense, and Linda Hamilton's performance is phenomenal. You know, she's a scared woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she has no idea what's going on.
No. She's been thrust in this situation without any, you know, context of what even is happening.
The 600 series had rubber skin. We spotted them easy. But these are new. They look human.
I love how he delivers this with complete sincerity, and he looks like a crackhead.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, he's dressed in a homeless man's clothes.
He's got that scar on his chin.
Yeah, and he's come from the future where they eat garbage and sleep on the floor. So
Yeah, they don't shower, any of that.
Yeah.
Are you saying it's from the future?
You know, none of the movies now would singe off Arnold's eyebrows 20 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. He looks even more unhuman without eyebrows. So.
Yeah, because you're taking away that emotion, aren't you? You're
Yeah.
taking away that facial feature.
Mhm.
Hadn't even considered that.
Yeah. I also like the fact that these scenes are like, she's brought down to Earth in a way that's, like, I mean, she's been in these car chases and gotten this information dump on her. And it's like now she's somewhat back in the real world with regular people
Yeah.
who aren't part of that. And it's like, oh yeah, all that stuff is crazy. Like, Reese is out of his mind. Like, what else would be the explanation? This is some tremendous practical stuff as well.
Yes.
Look at how real this stuff
That
looks.
close up.
It's
The vein hanging over
Yeah.
the metal. Brilliant.
The Terminator.
I love the character of Dr. Silberman.
yes.
He's such an asshole.
Yeah, he's such a condescending prick.
I'll be back.
Apparently this guy only did one movie. And it's The Terminator.
Huh. That's why this guy only did one movie. Arnold just drove a car into him.
They didn't fill out a risk assessment before they started. And I'm glad that this is not another Arnold Terminator. That's one of the other things the sequels have done. They make it that there's like 50 Arnolds on a rack.
Yeah, he comes off an assembly line, they just straight up say in the third one. Yeah.
And that's just dumb. Because then they're going to know what he looks like. But all this stuff is brilliant. Like, you know, this is an average day.
Yeah, this is
Terminator
like a
infiltrates.
daily occurrence for them. Just always have to be aware.
There you go. There's
Yeah,
what a
that's
shot!
great.
What a shot! Love it. And the backlight.
Mm-hmm. This might be my favorite Arnold line in the film. Yeah.
I love he's got choices.
Fuck you, asshole.
Fuck your asshole.
Thinking
I love this whole interaction.
Yeah, we're getting to the big John Connor making moment. So
The making of John Connor.
yes.
I came across time for you, Sarah. I love you. I always have.
I love the piano rendition of the Terminator theme here. Desperate situation. They're the only people who can relate to what's actually happening right now in their lives. So yeah, I think it's lovely. That was like a serious car flip there. That looked great.
Yeah, that's not going to be cheap.
No. Whoa! I love that. This gets dragged. Oh.
What's great is that it brings it down to the literally the bare bones.
Yeah.
He is no longer a human.
Yeah. Oh.
And this is great.
The reaction here.
Slowly rising.
Oh.
This stuff's great.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
And I mean, it's limited in terms of how much you can move the model, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he does have to do like the full like Michael Keaton Batman body turn. Like they can't turn the
Yeah, I was
head.
about to say he's got to do the Batman
Yeah.
thing, yeah. I really adore that Kyle Reese just dies. He doesn't have like a sexy one-liner or anything like that.
No. The sexy one-liner, it goes to Sarah when she kills the Terminator.
Yes, which some people don't really have a taste for. I'm indifferent towards
I
it.
gotta admit, I love it.
Fair enough.
It's the final, like, she's someone else now. Oh, God! That's great stuff. You're Terminated, fucker.
You've got your line there. The last shot we see of the Terminator with its eyes, they didn't actually get that shot on when they were filming it. So what they did, they got like two polystyrene blocks, spray painted them silver or metal or whatever, got a little red light, got some scraps of tinfoil and metal, and then just blew some cigarette smoke. See it there?
That's the sort of thing that makes you go like, isn't filmmaking great?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And he's ashamed to ask you for $5 American for this picture. But if he doesn't, his father will beat him.
His father will beat him.
Pretty good.
Said with such like, not glee, but like
Yes, of
an
course.
everyday thing.
Origin of the photograph. She was thinking about him the whole time, and he's been
Mm-hmm.
looking at that picture all these years, thinking about her. Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's great.
So the shot I was referring to, where they had to pretend to be a student film, is this final shot where she's driving off into the unknown. They there was a police car. They gave them proper hassle, and they just claimed that they were students, and they got away with it.
Ah, these meddling kids. That's great. We will be back with Terminator Genisys.
Oh my god!
Had no idea what to expect sitting down. I wasn't involved in the making of the film. I didn't direct it, I didn't write it. I'm just a fanboy. So I'm in a dark theater, movie starts, and I start to see things I recognize. I feel like the franchise has been reinvigorated. Like this is a renaissance, this is a renaissance, this is a renaissance.
This is a renaissance.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're going to watch a film that we have not watched since 2015 in the cinema. Terminator Genisys.
Genisys twice.
So this film was directed by Alan Taylor, who directed Terminator Dark World. Thor the Dark World. I was thinking Terminator Dark Fate. I messed it up.
I've got to say, Jai Courtney is terrible casting for Kyle Reese. I'm not one of those guys that just hates Jai Courtney generally. I really enjoyed him in Suicide Squad, and I know that he's got a charisma that filmmakers have not taken advantage of.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Kyle Reese is supposed to be a scrawny, hasn't eaten a sandwich in 2 weeks, kind of wiry man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He's grown up in
Yeah.
this world. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, I was I was about to say that, yeah.
His name is John Connor.
Jason Clarke looks exactly the same age here as he does later when
He sure does. Wow.
when Kyle Reese grows up to become 35.
John showed us how to fight.
They look the same age.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, I forgot about that. Jesus Christ. Just a Terminator driving a car.
What the fuck am I watching?
Just the
What
car
is
not
this?
just drive itself. It's a fucking machine. Oh, you've already got me started.
Oh.
Oh, okay, right.
But no, this is meant to happen though, because that other Terminator that was
Yeah, because
guarding...
they're just like, oh yes, it's Bill coming in from the depot.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, look how CG these look. That's really sad.
That you could have done practically. What do you think of the casting of Jason Clarke?
I am a big fan of Jason Clarke. I like his performance in this movie, even though I don't like what they've done with John. But yeah, I really like his work.
I think Jason Clarke's quite good in this role as well.
Yeah.
The 25 Arnolds on a rack was just on screen.
The assembly line of Arnold's, yeah.
Oh, I just totally remembered. There's like multiple time machines in this movie, aren't there?
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's another... That's a thing that's in the Sarah Connor Chronicles as well.
Yeah. And I start to see things I recognise. James Cameron, you are a fucking schmuck, mate.
I'll go back.
Why should I send you?
I do like Jason Clarke's slight, sort of subtle performance there.
Yeah, he wants to know why.
Where he knows he'll volunteer, but he doesn't really want him to go, but he knows it has to happen.
But he wants to hear his reason for going. Because he's known it's going to be him all this time.
Yeah. I really hate that fucking Photoshop picture.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
And actually, it doesn't make sense. That's got scorch marks on it, implying that it burnt in that sequence that we see in the first movie.
Oh, God, yeah, we saw it burnt up in the last film. Why does he have that?
But it's burnt, like, from the centre, it's gone. Like, it's burnt.
Yeah.
What you're doing right now, this is the end of the war.
Having Jai Courtney with his top off, looking like a hench dude from, you know, Baywatch. I mean, it's so wrong-headed. I don't know why they didn't just get... Was Anton Yelchin still... He was still alive by this point, wasn't he? He was probably shooting Star Trek.
He was, yeah. But, I mean, they cut all ties. Like, I'm not... Yeah. I mean, I don't think they would have been able to get Christian Bale back because he really didn't have a great experience on that film. You might have heard a recording that was made.
What the fuck are you doing? Walking up behind Bryce.
Like this in the background. What the fuck is it with you?
You didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
Why did Matt Smith, the living embodiment of Skynet...
Oh my god, he's the living embodiment of Skynet, I forgot.
Yeah. Why did he just now choose to do that? Why didn't he do it before they sent anyone back? Because now they have a chance to win.
Nice night for a walk, eh?
Here's the gang.
Right.
It's just like, look how wrong this is. Look at this.
Your clothes. Give them to me. Now.
Hey, fuck you, asshole.
The dialogue's the same. Delivered, not as good.
I was surprised that they do say, fuck you, arsehole.
And they got their one F-bomb in there, yeah.
I didn't think they'd do that.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh. This looks very bad.
Springy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, hold on. That tore off half of his skull. What?
Yeah, well, you know, they've got to save their budget as quickly as they can. They can't keep recreating the CGI face.
Oh, big thumbs up because T2, yay! So this is J.K. Simmons here.
Yes, this is the one vaguely interesting idea that they do, which is doubling down on an extra that was in a previous film.
Yeah.
And then making them an integral character.
So they just did the recreation of Robert Patrick looking at the silver dummy
Yes.
and giving it a look. Wow, he was like all prepared and then just got hit anyway. That was good.
Come with me if you want to live.
Let's talk about Emilia Clarke. I really like Emilia Clarke as an actress. Also miscast in this role.
Yes.
I also think it's kind of amusing that in Game of Thrones is Lena Headey.
Yes, this is something that is a thing.
Yeah, and she plays Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles. So that's kind of funny.
So if Alan Taylor, because he's a Game of Thrones director,
Yes.
if he got Emilia Clarke because he already had her in his wheelhouse,
Yes.
just get Lena Headey.
I did not kill him.
And they CGI'd him a little bit in these bits. Arnold.
Yeah, he looks like kind of looks like T3 Terminator.
Yeah.
It is nice to meet you.
Oh, he just smiled. How funny.
Yeah, they remember T2.
Oh, that looks crap.
Yeah, that looked really bad.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but fuck, that looked bad.
I like that they found another way to get rid of the liquid metal Terminator.
Yes, with the acid, yeah. I think Red Letter Media pointed out as well that coming up is like a really cartoonish silhouette. Which looks like Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit, exactly, yeah. There we go. There's a shadow for you. So, does this Kyle still, like, love Sarah Connor? I just gotta ask.
I think so. Because he has the picture, which somehow miraculously survived that burning. But they built a time machine in 1984?
And I can't let go. Yeah, I guess they did.
Incidentally, they stole this from the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yes, they did, yeah. And they're dead.
Fucking hell, he gets rammed by it.
His spine is not, like, damaged at all.
Pops found me.
I mean, I like that he looks like the original Terminator.
Yeah, yeah. Once again, Jason Clarke, great. Just the little nuances in his performance I really enjoy. Oh, I mean, of course you found your way out. Why am I even here? And it's ruined immediately because he's a Terminator.
Yeah.
Face of Cyberdyne and the creator of Genisys. Danny, welcome.
Oh, God, yeah. We have Danny Dyson here. Miles Dyson's son is now, like, the head of this company.
He's, like, building time machines.
What? But Miles Dyson didn't discover the leftover robot arm. So why the Dyson's still, like, a big
Kirk,
deal?
just fucking go along with it, okay? Just fucking go along with it.
I'm sorry, Alan Taylor. I'll shut up.
Someone filmed you on the freeway with one of these.
They all have them.
This is the world now.
This is one thing that I do like that people that have been brought forward from the 80s would think, is that they see, like, everyone looking down at phones and iPads and that, and it's just like, everyone's got one.
That would be scary.
No, it's okay. He's with me.
Oh my god, this is the best line coming up when Jai Courtney goes, "'Cause he's a killer!"
Yes.
Me and my mate burst out laughing when that happened in the cinema.
Because he's a killer!
This is a very Amazing Spider-Man 2 kind of movie.
Yeah.
Gotta throw in a million plot lines, gotta throw in a million fan winks. It's all just callbacks and references and excuses to do scenes that recall moments that are celebrated in the franchise.
Thought would be smarter.
I mean, it is a cool visual, him walking closer and sort of like there's like after images of him.
I like that effect as well. And I like the idea here that his absolute hero, like he says in the first one, "I'd die for John Connor."
Yeah.
He now has to give up on that philosophy because he's no longer the man that he looks up to.
And where was J.K. Simmons during this whole scene?
Where's anyone? Like, where'd everyone go? This is a hospital.
Skynet's made John to a Terminator.
Skynet's made John to a Terminator. Yes, thank you.
That's...
Thank you, I get it now.
Yeah, do we need this?
John is not humanity's last hope anymore. He's Skynet's.
Right, we get it. And then, hey, we've got this machine that, for no reason at all, creates T-1000, like, solid humanoids for a second and then drops them in again. For no reason.
And it's like a moat. Like, it's a pool around the time machine.
Yeah.
Why would these things be in the same spot?
With, like, no fencing or anything.
Why are they playing this song? Why isn't it Burning in the Third Degree? I mean, I'm glad it's not. I'm glad I didn't ruin that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on. If you want to go hit reference heavy.
To be fair, while that was flipping in the air, that looked pretty legit.
Oh no.
Ugh. Is this the real Carl Reese? The young Carl Reese, rather.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like you, Dad.
No, he doesn't. Not at all. Well, oh god, that they couldn't be fucked doing that effect.
No.
They just cut between it.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I want to help you. I do. I think. But I gotta...
Again, J.K. Simmons. He's very good in this.
J.K. Simmons is always great.
He should have been the fucking main character of this movie.
Straight line.
You know, I just thought of something that would have been an interesting idea, because you mentioned, wouldn't it be better if J.K. Simmons was the main character? What if, like, Kyle Reese got killed off earlier in the movie? And, like, they just have this guy who's seen too much?
I mean, that would have pissed fans off equally, but it still would have been more interesting.
Yeah, and then, like, the idea of her running into young Kyle Reese would mean a bit more?
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
I don't know, that's just an idea. I don't know if that works as a movie, but I just think
But
that's
just like
kind of an interesting idea.
Anything's better. But that's the thing, we're thinking of interesting character things. We're thinking of interesting circumstances to put these characters in to elicit new stories and new emotional branch-off points, and that's not what any of these filmmakers are considering. Helicopters do not work like this, by the way.
I'll be back.
What?
I'll be back, and the Terminator theme played. Like, this is...
Did it?
There's
Oh,
so much happening here.
Yeah.
Like, we're missing the trailer moment.
Genisys is an app that connects your phone, your car, your tablet, your... basically Bluetooth.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why do people want this? Why is it such a huge deal? Why does he kill this guy?
This is Cyberdyne. How did he beat them there?
I don't know. His helicopter, or maybe he jumped out of...
His helicopter crashed in the place that they're meant to destroy Skynet? Are you kidding me? My brain is breaking.
We're going crazy.
I cannot handle this. I think we've been fair. We have pointed out when there's things we like.
We have.
This is a bad movie.
I mean, maybe it was best that we didn't watch this before we did the commentary for it. Because I would probably have been sick of it by the time we started.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That was a neat effect there.
Yeah, of him, like, he starts to fall back and then gets back up. I love how they reveal it like, I am Matt Smith.
This is a really long time for this thing to be spinning and doing nothing.
Yeah. If only we knew he'd be back for the next one. And the one after that. And the one after that.
Yeah, this is his life now. Just coming back for Terminator sequels.
This has taken ages to blow up already.
You need to understand that Skynet's gone. You're free. For the first time, you can choose the life you want.
You can do whatever you want.
Me.
Oh, and then this happens.
Hello, Sarah Connor.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, this is like a recreation of the final shot of the first film.
Mm.
But it's like a bright future now.
Yeah.
So they end it with that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, here's our after credits scene.
Oh, that doesn't even come at the very end. It's a mid-credit scene. Hey, it's not the last one.
We didn't get a sequel to this, so... Whoopsie. Oh, what is this song? Well, Sam...
Well, that was Terminator Genisys.
Thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you, Sam, once again for joining me. And we'll talk to you again next time.